Hey everyone, this is Living Well with Thomas. In today's video, I have some exciting news. You could probably tell in my voice. I'm very excited to tell you guys about the company I work for, our new developments, okay? Be sure, our company is going to be leaning forward into the future by integrating AI into all bathrooms at all office locations throughout the country, okay? So, you know, for my office, this is something that's happened probably about a few weeks ago. They integrated the AI into the bathrooms, and haven't been able to let you guys know about it yet because it hasn't been announced publicly yet. But yesterday, much to the delight of any current or prospective shareholders, it was announced by our company, and let's just say it made some great waves. And now I'm able to talk about it and tell you guys firsthand by someone who's right on the ground and has experienced it for 3 weeks now, and tell you about how it's improving our efficiency and how we're moving forward into the future with this AI in the bathroom. So guys, how this AI is affixed in the bathroom at my office is it's kind of affixed in the corners of the walls, where the walls, kind of where in the corners where the walls meet the ceiling, and throughout those locations throughout the bathroom, and also on the edges where the walls meet the ceilings on those areas too. And there's also one near the back of the bathroom when you walk in, kind of on like a kind of on like a stand or tripod looking thing, and not not a camera on top, of course, not a camera, but it's a stand with an AI fixed to the top. So an AI on top of a stand, near the back wall of the bathroom, as well as I mentioned before, AIs in the corner between the ceiling and the walls and the edges of the walls throughout the bathroom. So, the point to say, what's the point of these AIs in these different locations throughout the bathroom? Well, excuse me, guys. As to, informed by leadership, and as I've seen through the past week, these are really there to cut down, on wasteful bathroom time. And how we're doing that is through new standards of frequency and also duration on all activities in the bathroom. And I'm going to mention to you guys, I'll be demonstrating, as you probably saw in the title, the hand washing portion of this video, and then after that I'll give you a rundown of the other activities. So these new standards are really being implemented to kind of teach us to, ways that we really might not have understood, and ways that are kind of maybe above our pay grade. Maybe, we just didn't understand or comprehend. The great minds of the leadership, they really want to help us and help us get back to doing the work that we love for them. So to give you guys a kind of a rundown of what I'm going to go over in this video, first thing, as I mentioned in the last section and also in my title, I'm going to be giving you guys a new way to wash your hands, more efficient, and something you guys probably, I know many of my coworkers, we never would have ever thought of it before, until our leadership taught us it. And I'm going to be telling you guys that as someone who experienced it first the last few weeks, and hopefully it'll help you in your life. Maybe you can end up more productive at your job, or give you back time to do something else that you'd like to do. So I'm going to go over that. Then I'm going to give you guys a rundown of all the other expectations for all the other bathroom activities, and so go through those. And then also there's one other thing is that, me and some of the other female members of our work family, we kind of noticed there is a difference between the amount of AI in the women's bathrooms versus the men's bathroom. So I'll talk to you guys about that and what came of that. And after that, that'll probably be wrapping up the video. And course, if you watch my first two videos, you'll probably be wondering, don't even like to talk about it, but probably be wondering what's going on, the broken elevator in my office. And I'll give you guys an update on that, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so without further ado, we're gonna go over the leadership directed guidelines for hand washing. So for the duration, it's gonna be 5 seconds with the water on, so 5 seconds. After that 5 seconds you use, and that really is an appropriate rinse. That leadership told us that that's an appropriate rinse and shouldn't be taking longer than that. So after that, 60 minutes. So once you rinse for 5 seconds, then it starts the timer for the next time you could use the water for hand washing, and that'll be 60 minutes from that. 60 minutes from that, okay? So, sorry guys, a lot of numbers here. And so if you step outside those guidelines, the AI on the walls and, corners of the walls, the one in the back of the office bathroom, that's going to trigger a report to be sent to leadership. Definitely don't want that. So, without further ado, let's demonstrate the hand washing process. Okay, so we got our soap. See, soap from home. Pump it on there. Oh, one thing I want to mention, guys, is that a lot of times I've done this, or co-workers have done this in the past, kind of wet your hands before using the soap. That's not going to work. So leadership has informed us that that is a wasteful practice, and we're able to get the soap on our hands either way, and we do not need to be going wasting time or water with that. So without further ado, we'll do this as leadership told us to. So get the soap on there. And remember, I get the soap on, got 5 seconds. So it's all about being efficient, moving into the future, creating value for our company, being more efficient for our company, creating value for our shareholders. Okay, so 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so as you can see, that was a pretty good rinse. Most of the soap is off. I'm gonna wipe off the excess soap right here, and some suds left. And I'll tell you guys, that was a concern between me and my co-workers. But the thing is, management told us this, okay? It's a little slippery. We'll get to that later. But thing is, see this? All these suds, we could wipe off some with paper towels. So, they're still going to remain. So we won't get everything off. And the thing is, what's a really, really nice thing, a positive benefit, is that they will create kind of a protective barrier. When you got sick coworkers, this creates a protective barrier on your hands, not going to transfer any germs. So less germs getting transferred, less being sick, less times we have to work in the office while we're sick. So thankful to leadership for that. Next thing, okay, the slipperiness. So I'll admit, I was kind of upset about that because I thought this is going to set me back in my work. I use a lot of keyboard work, mouse work, hands slipping all over, okay? Leadership told us this. It's actually going to help us in the long run. So I realized that. Typing up, I realized this, okay? Now I'm quicker and more efficient than I ever was. Going from key to key, now there is way less friction, no friction. Say, going from one key to the next key, it's real quick. Gotta go by my mouse, back to the keyboard, same thing. Not getting caught up, hands not getting stuck, way less friction. I move around like I'm on ice, okay? It's a wonderful thing. Next thing, okay? This is one last concern, okay? Luckily, I don't struggle with this too much. Some coworkers more than others, okay? There's been a concern, and some are having problems with, since we have this excess soap on our hands, we've been directed to leave it on our hands. Some have been experiencing maybe kind of a drying effect after leaving it on for a long amount of time. So the drying effect was creating cracking, and some people were getting kind of cracks and some bad cracks in their skin and starting to bleed. Okay, so getting cuts, and some people were bleeding, and it wasn't good. So we reached out to leadership, and they told us that basically they understood our concern, but the protective barrier as far as for getting sick, cutting down on sick time, was worth it, as opposed to the minor inconveniences of the cuts. So they also told us that we are allowed to bring in Band-Aids from home if we need to use them for the cuts. So I think that was a positive solution, and they really reiterated the benefits to soap as a protective barrier, and also for using this soap. Sorry guys, hit the camera again. And for using this soap as being able to move quicklier on the keyboard. Okay guys, next thing I want to go over about hand washing. This is the last thing about hand washing, okay? So you may remember in my first video about packing for lunch in the office and how we're able to use some resources from the office bathroom, like the water or paper towels, and focusing on the water, that was how it previously was, and it still remains that way, but there is now, of course, a duration and frequency limit on that water. So it's now, I want to make sure that everyone understands that this is outside of the limits on the hand washing. So what we do for the water is, the way the AI can tell that you're getting, say, your bag of water filled up in the office bathroom, is that what you do is you turn to one of the AIs and you audibly say, drink. Once you say that, drink, it will know that you are not washing your hands and that this is a drink, filling up water request. So all you have to do is turn to the AI, say drink, and you will be able to do that outside of the hand washing limits. But keep in mind, same exact limits apply: 5 seconds for duration and 1 hour is the frequency. Same as the hand washing goes the drinking water. Okay, so next section will be all other functions, and I'll go over the duration and frequency limits for those and get you guys that info. So as far as all other function goes, when you're going to use, go up to the stall or the urinal in the bathroom, you know how we said before, how we trigger the AI for a drink function by, audibly saying drink. Leadership understands that we're not going to go and audibly say number 1 or number 2 in the bathroom. So all we have to do is, do the same thing, turn to the nearest AI, and you just, you gesture with your hands, 1, or you do 2. So gesture that to them, and they will know, what, duration and frequency to look for when you approach either the urinal or the stall. So guidelines for number 1 is going to be, for duration is going to be about 15 seconds, not about exactly 15 seconds, that's the limit, up to the urinal or the stall. Frequency about an hour and a half, so 90 minutes. Number two, 2 minutes at the stall, obviously not the urinal, and that's the duration. Frequency is 4 hours. Going back to number one, I might have said, no, that was right. That was 90 minutes for, 90 minutes, 15 seconds duration, and 90 minutes for the frequency. So, obviously there were some concerns from coworkers, as some people may need to go as far as the frequency limits. One of these, inside that, and leadership's, has told us that most won't. Okay, so I believe that. I think I've been able to abide by that thus far, and they basically put out a statement for anyone who can't fall within those. Fortunately, that is not really going to align with our new standards of bathroom efficiency. So they have been directed that they are allowed to, bring from home and wear in the office protective undergarments. So that being said, we'll get on to the next part of the video. So the last piece of info I want to bring to you guys about this new way forward with AI in the bathrooms and breaking into the future of efficiency and speed, really, and it's the one difference that those in our work family in the office we noticed, and that's the difference between the men's and the women's bathroom. So it's been noticed that in the men's stalls, what I described to you obviously before was the locations of the men's the AI in the men's bathroom was, top corners of the walls, where the walls meets the ceilings, on the edges, same thing, where the walls meet the ceiling, and that tripod kind of with the AI on top of it near the back wall of the bathroom. So nothing in the stalls or by the urinals though. But we also, the female co-workers, they noticed that in every stall in the women's bathroom there was 2 AIs actually in each stall. So one near the front of the stall on the door, and the other on the back of the stall, kind of above the toilet. So I'm not really sure why that is. It's kind of a mystery, but so thing is, talked to my boss and we're talking about it, and my boss said, let's reach out to leadership and find out. So, my boss is fine. He he said that when he's asking him, he said that the men are jealous of the ladies because they have more AI in the bathroom. So he said that they're jealous because they have more AI in the bathroom. So my boss, he's just really funny about So all joking aside, we haven't heard back yet, and thing is, we know once our leadership gets back to us that whatever answer they give us, it's all going to be clear once they give us that answer, and really going to know how this difference really benefits us and them as well. So the thing is, a lot of these things kind of above our pay grade and our limited thinking abilities and our limited abilities, and I'm just, when I think of this stuff and see this stuff and new progress and moving forward and efficiency and speed, and really thankful for all the really smart minds in leadership, and thankful that they always have the best interest of their work family in mind. All right, guys, if you made it this far in the video, I'm hoping that, well, I'm not hoping, I'm pretty sure I know that you will be eager to hear an update my office elevator. So kind of a sore subject, I'd say, at this point. So I guess you kind of know what the general answer is, that it's not fixed yet, okay? But while sore, I'm also very touched because, leadership, they know what we've been through past month now with the elevator being broken, okay? So they are aware of this and they're aware of the struggles, Watched the last video, told you, they've really been helping us out, paramedics in the morning, also at the end of the day now, administering the medicine and all that, and also what we've been through with our senior manager of a member of our work family taking a spill, going down 2 flights of steps. So been through a lot, the elevator being broken, okay? So they're aware of all this, and they sent to us at my office location, each and every one of us, a $10 gift card to Burger King. So we each got a $10 gift card, and they know how much we love Burger King there, and especially me. I as I probably mentioned before, I love Burger King and McDonald's. So we all like Burger King, and so we each got a $10 gift card, and that's really not all. Also with that was a voucher that's good for a free small soda, or if you don't want the free small soda, you can use the voucher as $1 off a medium soda or large or so. All right, guys, get choked up talking about that because this really shows us, love that they have for us. And I already used up all that gift card. Actually, I already used up all of that $10, and I'm very happy using that. And also took advantage of the voucher, and I used it towards a large, so got $1 off a large soda, and it's just really a great thing. And that being said, at my house, which I'm at right now, in one of my rooms, I have a shelf. Okay, the shelf has all company branded merchandise on it. It has keychains, mugs, or maybe like a stress ball or notepads, all of our corporation's logo on, and stuff that we get from them. They show their love for us, and I did. Sorry, guys. I did. So I cleared a space. On. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this. I cleared a space on the shelf, and in that space, I put the empty cup and that large soda that I got $1 off on. I look at that cup every time I see that cup. It just got touched, and I smile or just overwhelmed with emotion. Just the thought that that the corporation that I work for loves me so much. So that's the update on that, guys. And like I said, fortunately, elevator's not fixed yet, but through all this, it's really going through these tough times has showed us even more that not that we never knew it before, but we know it even more now, and how much our leadership really does love and care for us. So on a lighter note and a more positive note, looking to the future, like what I demonstrated to you guys before, if you really like watching this and learn about this new hand washing technique, and like I said, maybe it'll help you in your life, and maybe at your work too, and maybe more importantly, your work. Of course, work is the most important. And so if that really helped you and you like these tips, my 2 other videos, stay tuned for the next one. And for now, this has been Living Well with Thomas, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.